Good evening, fellow inhabitants of Compassion, Texas. My name is Amy Lewis Hofland, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to give people a moment to arrive to this place. It's great to see you back here. And as you're arriving, look for how you could work on your arriving. You might begin to situate yourself in the room where you are. Hi, Carol. Welcome back. So nice to see you here. See if, I shouldn't have said I'm learning. Hi, Ricky. I love that you all are here right on time every night. It makes my day. Thank you. And thank you for checking in. So just take a moment to sort of scan your needs. Do you have what you need for a nice mindful moment as the sky changes outside? And I want to welcome you. See that we've got a nice room already. So my name is Amy, and I am the Senior Director at the Crow Museum of Asian Art of the University of Texas at Dallas. This is our second live appearance today. We had a wonderful conversation at noon in a program called Crow Unscripted, and I would encourage you to go to our page and watch it if you have not. We are celebrating all that is in this time. We're really honoring, obviously, the trauma and the frontline workers and the pandemic and being with what is, but we're also honoring the Asian American voice in our community. We're honoring the fact that May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, and this mindfulness is part of that. So you being here is part of our honoring of each other and of our dear friends and leaders in the Asian American community that have forged a cultural movement here, and the Crow loves being part of this. So the mood of you is what we're talking about this week. That mood matters, and how you show up to yourselves, to others, to the planet is something that you control. It's not something that happens to you, or people don't put you in a bad mood. People don't make you wrong, or, the mood that you have, you can't blame someone else for. The only person the only person I need to look at is this person in the reflection. So as I've entered a world of mindfulness, I've learned a lot about moods and emotions, and how sitting with the breath and sitting with the anchors of feeling grounded and the anchors of sound meditation are actually tools and techniques for the harder work that comes later of sitting with the mood, sitting with what is so and what exists. And as we said last night, a lot of times the mood that you think you are is not the real mood, right? It's covering up something else, and the opportunity to be introspective and have wonder around what is here can be revealed through mindfulness. I want to share a book. This is Self-Compassion with Kristen Neff. She's down in Austin at the University of Texas, and she's the leader of the Self-Compassion movement. This is a great book. It just came out. And actually, this one has been out a little while. I think she has another. Let's just see so I can tell you with accuracy the published date. 2011. So this is 11, but there is one that just came out. And one of the things that I was reading about as I was looking for mood, thanks Jay. Jay went to another university north of here. Way north, but he also supports another one less north. Kristen invites us as practices of self-compassion to look for mindfulness in everyday life. And so this talk tonight has two parts. The first talk is, to think about, and we've in my other classes at UT Dallas. Maybe we should do that here, a little mindful tea and a mindful eating practice. But what are the practices like brushing your teeth or taking a walk? What are the things that you're already naturally doing every day that you could add a mindful practice to? So that's one of the invitations for self-compassion. The other thing I wanted to point out is she says that I'll read this. The beauty of using self-compassion as a tool for dealing with difficult emotions is that it has 3 distinct doorways in. Whenever you notice that you are in pain, and pain in this context is suffering, you have 3 potential courses of action. You can give yourself kindness and care, and compassionate touch is one of the opportunities if you're feeling too much overwhelm in a practice. And I'm giving you these as we're about to have one. So you can always place a hand over the heart. Another thing you can do is just cup the face like your mother did when you were a little child. Another one is to place hands on the head, just gently. So those are kind of 3 opportunities. You can do 2 hands over the heart to immediately ground yourself in a gesture of self-care. You can also remind yourself that encountering pain and suffering is part of the shared human experience, that it is part of our human commonality, and every single person in the world experiences loss, impermanence, regret, and disappointment. And then third, she says that you can hold your thoughts and emotions in mindful awareness, that they can be here without pushing them away, without denying that they exist. You can sit with what is. So tonight we're going to sit with what is and practice seeing what is here. And this comes from my Insight meditation training with Jack Kornfield and Tara Brach. So I invite you to find your seated position that is comfortable yet alert. I'll ring this bell from Plum Village, a little ode to Thich Nhat Hanh. When you're ready, close your eyes. Let's take a few deeper breaths, cleansing the body, and then let the breath settle into a natural rhythm. Notice if there's any obvious tension in the body that you can release easily, and do so. Let the eyes and the face be soft. Relax the shoulders and let the arms and the hands rest easily. And let the belly be soft and the breath natural. And let the heart be soft as well, to receive whatever arises with kindness and compassion. Now, with this embodied presence, bring a gentle awareness to your breath. You might notice it as coolness in the nostrils, a swirling, tingling in the throat, or the rise and falling of your chest or abdomen. Feel each breath as you allow it, inviting a sense of calm and an ease to grow. Return gently to the next breath. Whenever you notice that your attention has wandered, just come home, return back. Wandering is a natural process. It's part of being human, and there is no judgment. Let all other experiences, sounds, sensations, thoughts, and images rise and fall like waves of the ocean around the breath. After a time, become mindful of any emotions that call your attention. Knowing the practice of being with the breath, you can bring the same mindful, loving, non-judgmental awareness to them as you have to the breath. When an emotion rises, let go of your attention to the breath and receive the emotion kindly. It can be helpful to name it softly. Sad, sad. Joy, joy. Bored, bored. Or anxious, fearful. As you look with love and a curious heart, as you attend to the emotion, notice carefully where you feel it in your body. Also notice how it feels as a constellation of sensations. How does it respond to kind awareness? Does it dissolve or get stronger? Does it change into another emotion? Notice this too. You are the space of loving awareness that can kindly notice emotions as they come and go. If you feel resistance to contacting the emotion, or if it feels strong, notice the story that the mind tells along with the feelings of the body. Acknowledge it kindly, and then allow it to fall into the background. And again, bring a gentle presence to the emotion. You might say, this is story. This is story. And when the emotion is changed or dissolved, return back to awareness of breath for a time. Now you can include emotions in your loving awareness, as well as attending to the breath or feeling grounded in the body. They come and go, and you are becoming the calm, steady witness, acknowledging them without getting caught by each one. Remaining in calm, mindful awareness, you will gradually become more open, less anxious, more balanced, and free. Thank you for being in this practice with me, being in this place that I call Compassion, Texas, where we show up, loving each other and working on ourselves. This is a virtual extension of the Crow Museum of Asian Art, a museum that is a place of well-being and compassion. And I invite you back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to be with us. Thank you, Herschel. I'm always happy to see that you're here. To be with us, and to thank you, Jenny. Oh, sweet friend. To be with us in this community that is showing up as compassion in action. It is a compassionate act to sit in mindful practice and to build your capacity to show up for each other, for ourselves, as a non-anxious presence. So good night, be well. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. I love all the comments.